mean, also maybe part of that is that like some of those people don't want to change the system. They like it. They're billionaires because of it, you know?
100%.
And
Just
I
don't
think
try and sell me on the idea that you're real.
No, that's it. I mean, I think some of those people are insulated enough from they're not on the ground looking at the numbers of like how much like if you ask James Hetfield how much a shirt or a hoodie costs out their concerts, he probably doesn't even know.
Couldn't tell
you know but and maybe in some of those cases when they actually find out, they're like, what, that's insane.
Yeah.
And then they change it, or they go, what, that's insane and it's awesome and let's keep doing that. So I think it's like it's all just, it depends on how you want to interact with greed, and some people, when they realize that, like, because when you're a big band, it's an industry into itself, then selling shirts there's other people who have a part of that, they get a piece of that and they want the hoodie to be $150 because they get a bigger piece of that. But
now when you're going to make a shirt or something like that for Sabatini or whatever, and you're walking away from those t-shirt sales, I'm pretty sure there's not a conversation in the van being like, hey, we sold this many shirts. We sold 20 shirts. Oh yeah, because I did the art, I get that extra 5%.
No.
Thanks, guy. I'm just gonna grab that out.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm saying. It's like where does this like greed come from when you're just out there trying to play stuff from your heart, I guess?
I mean, it's
when does that separation start?
I mean, I think it's woven into everything from the moment of conception, right? It's like as soon as you realize that something can be like commodified, it's over. That's greed is sewn into the fabric of it.
Yeah.
And it just depends on how you want to, like, Sab's opened for Cryptopsy a few years ago. And we don't get to do those kinds of shows. It was a theater gig playing to 700, 800 people. And we don't do those kinds of shows every day. And, when we brought our stuff, it's like they had someone do an inventory of our merch at the beginning of the night and the end of the night so that they could take their cut.
Yes.
And it's like, to me, that makes me want to be like, you know what? We don't have merch.
Yep.
I'll be willing to not make money so that you don't get a cut of my, like, what the, in what fucking universe do you deserve a penny of my merch money?
Yeah, there is.
It's like, I want to, next time we get a chance, if we do, to get a chance to do a show like that, I'm going to be on the mic and just be like, if you want a t-shirt, go outside and someone's in the van with the fucking shirts.
Yep.
And because fuck you.
I just, some friends from down south, we played some of the same venues in this last year, and we were playing at this one outdoor venue that was really cool in South Dakota, and they were also supposed to play, I think earlier on during the week, and we were asking them, it's like, so how did this show go? And they're like, oh, we canceled that. We're like, really? Like, that's a really good opportunity. It's a big place. They actually pay you well and all this other stuff. He's like, oh no, they're going to take 15% of our merch. And I was like, so you canceled all of that, like all of these other perks and benefits and, risking having another day off on tour. He's like, yeah, absolutely. It's not the $180 that we may have sold in merch. It's the precedent of I don't book shows with people who try and fuck me. It's like, well, this is a community. This is this. They have set merch people. They do all these other types of things. He's like, cool. That's awesome. I'm going to go to another town over. It has nothing to do with how good these people are and volunteers and all this other stuff. It's just you can't take this from me. This is my business. Like, I am going to take my business elsewhere. Like, I'm not paying a vendor fee on top of something that you are paying me for to show up. It's like, this is so backwards. And I'm like, well, we still played it because we didn't honestly have that much merchandise to sell. And we're like, hey, if somebody's going to sell it for us while we're playing, that was a huge benefit. And then at the end of it, we only sold maybe $200 out of it. and there's $40 of it and goes to the community. And then all those people who are volunteers at the end of it came up to us and they're like, hey, here's all your merch. Here's this, this, and this. I want one of these. Here, my niece wants that, but I wanted to hand you the money yourself. So it was all the money that went back into the community was actually coming straight back to us again. And it was like, here's where I agree with my friend over here, but then living through it was like, these are real people behind the volunteer thing. They do get this whole process and they can't say anything to anybody. They're waiting till the bosses are gone and they'll turn around and be like, hey, here, there's your money back. Hey, I want to do it in this type of thing and shake your hand and have that personal interaction. And it's like, there's a really weird scenario there. Like, I agree. I don't want anybody to take anything from the things that we have. You know, we don't deserve that. We don't just to be, hey, we have a great place for you to play, but you have to pay to play. But when it's volunteer like that, there is places in the States that I was very impressed with that are, you know, say this is one company is a full-on nonprofit that started in one town and is now in 80 towns across America, only there to give free music to a community that doesn't get music. And it's like, that's cool. Like, I agree with that. I think that's awesome. Would I volunteer locally to go and do one of these things? Probably, if I lived in one of those places. But do I want to add myself into this whole thing and take a larger chunk from that community? Like, because in a lot of these nonprofit things, they do pay well to the artists. But it's like, well, maybe there's other music and other art and other things that they can get instead of me being a part of that system. Because it is a little bit sneaky. It's under the guise of volunteers and everything else. But there's money being made here. There's money showing up from somewhere, and it's all hidden behind the non-profit thing. It's like, well, where's the money coming? If you're not profitable, where's the money coming from? Like, everybody's charging money here. Like, I don't get it. Like, so maybe us bands should just start calling ourselves non-profits. It's like, yeah, we're not for profit, but here's $40 for a T-shirt.
Yeah,
we're not profiting from this. Please understand this.
Honestly wish I could convey that in a legal sense when I was crossing the border so many times.
Right.
Even with the proper paperwork, having P2 visas and shit like that, which you know all about that.
Yes.
But, you know, it's like they still think you're going there to like rape their economy, and it's like, fucking buddy, you have no idea how much shit I'm eating to be able to do this.
Yeah, I'm taking hundreds of dollars away from your country. Wow, sorry. As Canadians, we'll go back home now.
Well, it's like, how do you convince the guy? I would love to be able to just say to him, like, yeah, we got shirts and records and stuff in the back, but I'm coming here to pay for gas.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking anything away from your economy. I'm taking Canadian dollars and putting them into your gas stations.
Yeah.
All the money that anyone gives me for anything is paying for me to get to the next place.
Yep. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. And get fatter if you can. Try.
Well, you know, I remember this band from I think they're from Ithaca, maybe?
New York.
Maybe I got it right. Northeastern United States. They're called Engineer. And they crashed at my place once, and I was talking to them about that, and one of the guys was telling me about how he was trying to explain to the border guard. The guy was like, "Oh, big tour, eh?" And he's like, "Well, not really." He's like, "Well, I bet you make a lot of money." And he's like, "No, in fact, we make no money.
Yep.
When everything's accounted for." And the guy could not conceive of why you would do that. Like, why are you doing this?
So why are you doing it? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, and it didn't make any sense to him, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like, that's what we're fighting against, is that a lot of people don't understand that value of a thing of like, well, even if you're investing your time and your money into something that possibly will never have any return on it, and
Yep.
why? Well, it's because I have to,
Yep.
you know.
I 100% agree. Like every year we fight and pay crazy amounts of money to get our P2 visas to go down with Arcana Kings to go down and play in Vegas. And we
Yeah.
play on Fremont Street every year. And one of the main reasons why we do that, to be honest, is not only is it St. Patrick's Day, it's a fun time to be in the like if I don't like gambling, I'm not a gambler. Vegas is not my idea of a great time or anything like that. But the fact that it is on Fremont Street, on the First Street stage, where I get to sit behind a drum kit and put my hand in the air, and then 1,000 drunk people go, ah! And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. You know what's awesome is the golden nuggets right there. And it's legendary. And then there's the waving cowboy guy. It's right there. And I'm like, that's it. That's the actual place where this is from. Those are iconic things. And I'm sitting here playing in front of it. That's why I do it. It's completely selfish.
Awesome.
Like it's like, yeah, there's people wandering by constantly. It's like an outdoor drunken mall. And like I get to sit there and, play a fat drum beat where there's the cowboy guy.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the only reason why I do it.
Passion.
I love it. It's fucking cool.
It's a life well lived.
That's
what you're doing is you're enjoying your time.
I have it stuck in my mind. And like there's we just played the Labor Day Classic halftime show to 34,000 people in Mosaic Stadium. And you know what show that I would way rather have played? This is playing with you guys underneath that fucking overpass. Why? Because I saw 34,000 people in front of my face and it blew my fucking mind. And then afterwards, I talked to my mom, my sister, my buddy Derek came up. I had another buddy named Dallas. There's a couple other people. I probably knew a couple hundred people in that crowd. Talked to 4 or 5 of them. And it's like, that was it. Show's over, done. It's not a show. You're playing a football game. It's so cool to see. And it's very, it's ingrained in my system. I'm going to remember what that looks like. But for a show, like I would have, it's all about the hang afterwards. There was no hang afterwards. Everyone just left. And it's like, okay. Best part of that day for me was going back to my sister's house with my girlfriend and my mom and went and hung out all night and watched Banana Ball on YouTube. Like that was one of my favorite nights of the year. And like, it was fucking great. But like, I would still rather be with 100 grimy, smelly kids next to a river and a pile of shit in the corner, graffiti everywhere, listening to stuff I have never heard. And just feeling that vibe and taking the sweaty $20 bill in my pocket and make sure it's in your pocket. That's what I would rather do. And I hate to say it, but there's only certain places in this country where that can actually happen. And Montreal being one of them, Toronto, again, there's enough people and enough places to go. I would love to be able to be a part of that a little bit more often. But I'd also like to see our small community here have the balls enough to go out and start throwing things on our own.
Yeah. Well, it's like those shows, the small shows, shows at Amigos or shows at someone's house or some shows in an underpass. This is the thing that a lot of people won't understand, and I'm kind of happy for it, but because it's like a well kept secret.
Yeah,
the real dose is there. Yeah, imagine. I mean, I don't know anything about Taylor Swift, but imagine she had played in someone's living room 20 years ago, and you were there.
Yeah,
and now she's a cult.
Yep.
And you can say if you're a fan of that music, I got the fucking uncut dose.
Yes.
And what you're getting, you're paying thousands of dollars for a ticket to see someone that you might as well be watching it on a screen on your phone.
You're better off watching it on your phone.
Yes, because you're not getting you're getting a product, you know.
There's
You're
no
not
personal
getting
experience there.
Yeah, it's like water. It's like drugs that have been stepped on a million times. You're not getting high at all.
No,
it's like you know, and
you
I think
walking out of there feeling that you just got bent over. It's like
yeah, and so go to the local shows, go see your bands playing in DIY venues, go to see those things and value it, because even it's not the reason why I think you should go, but like maybe you're seeing tomorrow's Led Zeppelin in a basement.
That's
That's
the one.
That's it.
And it's something that's going to be really important to you further down the line. Like I saw Mastodon with 10 other people in a small venue before Remission came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally cried at that show because it was so moving to me, you know? Like
James just actually told me that story not long ago either.
I remember that. That's what I'm talking about.
Going to see that.
10 people. Mastodon. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, and no one knew who the fuck they were. And in fact, they were not even. It was a High on Fire gig that they were part of the tour package, and High on Fire couldn't play the show for some reason.
Yeah, right.
And Mastodon were like, "Fuck it, we'll go." But nobody knew who Mastodon was except for me and James and 9 other people.
Yeah.
So it was like, "Fuck yeah, we're gonna go to that," you know. And we went, and it was like they played like they knew they were the legends that they are, and like it was intensely moving.
Yeah.
And now I get to be the guy who like says like, oh, that bandit now is playing like stadiums.
Yeah.
I saw them in a room playing like they were in a stadium, and it, you know, it
smelled
matters.
like Brent was farting.
Yeah, exactly.
Rest in peace, Brent.
Rest in peace, legend. Yeah, for real.
He's a boss.
And I'm not like the hugest Mastodon fan at this point, but like that at that time, that was just like 25 years ago, or whatever. It was like that's a core memory, you know. Like and I got to have it because I was the kind of guy who was like, I want to go to small punk shows and metal shows and stuff like that and see the bands like this close to me. You know, and because your chance is gone, you know, like the chance to to see a band when you know they're on the way up. It's like, if I try to think about that, like I missed a chance to see that band, The Smile, which is Tom York and Johnny Greenwood's band, like, because that was, even though their Radiohead is a huge band that plays outdoor giant shows to fucking 40,000 people, they started a new band and they were playing a club gig in Montreal. And it's like,
that would have been killer.
Yeah, and I missed the chance, and guess what? When they came back, they're playing in the fucking hockey arena.
Yeah.
And it's like, I missed that window, you know, to see them in a more intimate fashion. And it's like, what, you shouldn't miss those chances, you know?
Speaking of which, we're probably going to cap her off here, but promote any of the shows that you got coming up here. Ones that people shouldn't miss.
Sure, man. Yeah. I don't know when any of them are off the top of my head, so I'm just gonna look them up here.
You got time. Like, obviously you guys aren't going to be coming out Western Canada way for a while. I'm sure there's no plans for it. It's expensive as shit.
It is. I think we're trying to make Sled Island happen next year if we can. And if we do that, there's no way we're just going to play Calgary. Obviously. So we'll probably figure something out to make a few, like, you know, Saskatoon's would always be on my list. Yep. So,
and I would track you guys down on the highway if you didn't stop. And
drag you in here and do one in studio with us. That's what we do. Yeah,
man. Well, you know, I have a couple gigs in November with Cell Press in Southern Ontario. You know, I'm looking here. We got Toronto on the November 7th, Friday the 7th, and then Hamilton on the Sunday the 9th.
Yep.
And I think we just announced Niagara Falls in between those, and we're playing a show in Montreal, a charity show in December. I think it's the 9th. And we're going to be donating all of our money to Project 10, which helps trans and queer youth in the city who have problems. So,
awesome.
That's what I have going on.
Great, fantastic. Any more conventions or anything for Wurmzilla tattoos?
That's it for this year.
Okay.
Just doing stuff at home. People can always come get tattooed by me at Paradolia in Montreal.
Okay. And your website, or should people go to social media? How do we buy more shirts?
I need to re-up everything, but yeah, everything on my tattoo end is sort of centered around my Instagram, which is at Wurmzilla, and
awesome.
People can reach me. There's a link tree there for any other pertinent stuff. So
cool. Kick ass,
fantastic.
Thanks,
thank you, dude. This was incredible. I didn't think it was possible to be as lovable as Big James, but here we are. You did it, dude. I fell in love. My favorite episodes were the Big James episodes when he was here, and now we have new favorites. So thank you, brothers.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Big shoes to fill there.
Yeah. Fucking man. Till next time. Well, let's have a chat here another day. That's not on the podcast.
Yeah, dude. For sure.
Yeah. Say hi to the lady and the parents. I don't think I've officially met your parents, but I feel like I know them.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Say hi to the other bro there too.
Yeah. I love you, brother.
Love you too, man. Till next time.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Cheers.
All right.
Now it's the awkward hang up. Hang up. This is weird. This is getting too weird. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for sitting through that. That was a long conversation that Sean and I have not had for quite some time. So that was freaking cool. Yeah, like he said, go check out all of his stuff at Wurmzilla. He's got some great, amazing art. I don't know what the style of art is that you'd call it. If there's pointillism in it or whatever, there's a lot of really cool stuff in there. Go to his page. You can see a bunch of pictures from these shows we were talking about. All these underground, wicked shows from underneath the overpass. There's Shawnee and his fucking element. Yeah, some of these cool things are just like, this is what a scene is really like. You go to a place like that and it's like, I want to be a part of something like that. So let's start doing shit like that out here in Western Canada. Let's push the limit a little bit more. Let's go support your local venues, all that other stuff. But let's just make something ourselves. Let's do it in January out in your backyard. Get some space heaters out there and maybe start a fire, get a band. Yeah. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for all your time. Thanks for watching. And till next time, keep fit and have fun. Al Johnson, Joanne McLeod.